and the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and it is Sunday, and you know what that means. It's time for weekly purchases, that time of the week where we investigate what came through the door via DHL, Amazon, UPS, United States Postal Service, FedEx, and of course that old KG outlaw, Waylon Jennings. It is the weekly purchases, and a decent week of pickups this week. Not as big as the last couple of weeks, but enough to keep me busy, there's no doubt about it. And a lot going on in the figure game. Hopefully you checked out the toy news video yesterday. A lot going on. I'll never forget that Power Town party. Oh, Fridays with Power Town. Chef's kiss, chef's kiss. But we got a lot going on over here as well. As of course, this video is brought to you by jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Got to get a deal out there. Plenty to keep you busy with at Jay's. And you'll see some stuff I picked up at Jay's this week. Thanks to Jay's for sponsoring the podcast. You guys know that by now. And thanks to Patreon members. We got the Patreon giveaway this month of January. It is Peacemaker John Cena, of course, the Peacemaker from McFarlane Toys. That will go to one Patreon member. But in a plot twist, be it a free member or paid member, you can be a free member of the Patreon. Head over there, sign up, get your name thrown in the hat as I am giving away the Jazzwares Vault exclusive Briscoe Brothers over there. So if you're after those or you want to be a member of the Patreon, now's the time. Paid members got 2 chances. You got a chance to win this one as well. So head over to the Patreon, support the channel, all that kind of fun stuff. But in a plot twist, we got one more giveaway we're going to do right now. I asked everybody to follow me over there on the X. Of course, SirPaul64 on the X. Follow me there. Post that you're subscribed to my second YouTube channel, as we just hit 8,000 subscribers on my other YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe if you have not already. But we hit 8,000 subscribers, and I did do a special Superman giveaway for that. And we have the winner here. It is over there on the X. His name is Thunder Lopez. So Thunder Lopez, you have won the Superman figures. I will reach out to you and I will get those in the mail to you this week, ASAP. I don't mess around on these things. So coming in hot once I get your address there. So thanks to everybody that did enter. I do have more giveaways to go. I got a lot of stuff to give away. We will do an Instagram giveaway. We'll do a podcast related giveaway. You should be watching the podcast or listening to the podcast every single week. We will do some different giveaways. So be on the lookout for those. I got a lot more stuff to, like I said, give away. So a lot going on this week, but we also got to get down to it. It's time to bring in the mail girl. Got to waltz her in. It's time for the question of the week. All right, time for question of the week. And that means only one thing. The mail girl's here. Angie, say hello.
The mailbag.
The mailbag, the old bag is here. And Angie, I got word out on the streets, and people called me today because they said you were out working the streets, and it's extra cold out there, and they said you were cutting glass. Is that true? Mm-hmm. You were cutting glass, so those nips were on this point. It was so cold here, it's like negative 35 wind chill. It's like negative 9 or something, just standard temperature. So it's extra cold here. Just wow. But it's always hot in the basement. Let me tell you, there's always something hot going on down here. No doubt about it. We got the question of the week this week, but Angie, no frostbite, anything like that?
No, nothing to report.
So I got a little bit of something to report while you were gone. The kids and I were up to some shenanigans while you were gone. The kids didn't want to empty the dishwasher, though. You know, I told them multiple times, hey, you should really have that dishwasher empty by the time mom gets home. Just saying. Just saying. They didn't want to do that, apparently. So that shows you disrespect. Next time they want K-pop, you know what to say. Hey, remember that? Uh-oh, where's that button? And you'll see more of the button this Tuesday on the Kyle Peterson Show podcast. As Angie's been sick. I don't know if I should be this close to you.
I know, you really should.
But while you were gone, we were up to some shenanigans, Angie. And what we did is, I said, let's see who can stay outside the longest in the negative 35. Because the kids, you know, just had short sleeves on and some, like, pajama pants and no socks. And I said, all right, who can go outside? And Elle's like, oh, I could be out there for 3 minutes. No problem. You know, Mrs. Tough Guy. And then Emma said, yeah, I can too. I said, okay, Emma, you're little. You go first. And then she walked out and walked right back in. She gave up the fight real quick. But Elle said, I said, okay, Elle, once you go out on the deck, the timer starts and I shut the sliding glass door and it gets locked. So it was locked. There was no escape. It's like, she's trying to get in like she's in like a contamination unit or that Jurassic Park movie. It's like, no, let me in. But no. So she sat out there and we timed it for 3 minutes. And I was watching the actual clock and Emma's sitting there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, counting like the seconds out.
Fast.
And I go, you're counting way too fast, Emma. I got the clock over here. And I might have made Else. Are you done with your cough? Poor thing. You need an elixir, like a cure-all to coat your throat. You need throat coat. I'll help you. I got some of that. I make it myself. But Elle did stand out there. She stayed out there for a good 3 minutes, and she was dying, though. I was like, you looked like you were going to cry that last 30 seconds. It was pretty rough. And Angie, of course, we do have a fleet of vehicles around this house now. We have, 5 vehicles? Mm-hmm. We have 5 vehicles for 2 drivers. Well, make it make sense. But, we've had more vehicles than that in the past, so thinking about that. So
weird.
But we got 5 vehicles hanging around here. And unfortunately, the Jeep Commander, which is an all-timer, it's a real one as far as Jeeps go. It's got the Hemi, doesn't get the best gas mileage, but that was a great vehicle. But we just don't drive it very much unless, you really need to with snow and stuff. We don't have any of that going around. No, where's that button? I forgot that button. Every time you cough, you play the button. But
it's getting dodgy.
Oh, it's getting real dodgy.
No,
it's getting real dodgy. Well, I'll help you out. But just get it out. But the Commander, unfortunately, the battery died the other day, and then it died again today. So I was out there messing with it, getting the charger on it, jumping that thing. So I need to go back out. I don't know what to do at this point. It's so cold. There's no stopping it. So maybe just let it die and wait. I don't know. Or take the battery out, put it inside. Anyways, people came here.
You still got it plugged in.
I do. You always got to plug in as well, if I'm not mistaken. Just walking around, and I got the app on my phone. It's crazy. But Angie, it's time for the question of the week, and we got 2 questions this week. If you guys remember last week's, you're not gonna be able to read them. Last week's weekly purchases, we unfortunately got sidetracked with quite the dialogue where I really lost my cool about Chili's. Yes, that Chili's with their baby back ribs. There was heroin in the bathroom. There's a lot going on at that Chili's, and we'll never return. But we got sideswiped by that. So don't have those stories this week. Now we're getting to these questions we had last week. Angie, take it away.
Josh V002. Oh, this is dodgy. This is bad.
Uh-oh.
If you could only collect one line for the rest of your life, which would it be? Bonus, which line do you have the most figs of?
If I could only collect one line for the rest of my life, what would it be? Which line? So I have to imagine the WWE Mattel Elite line I have the most figures of. I have to think it is more than the Jakks.
In all these cases?
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
I think that is it. So that would be it. So that's what I have the most figures of, and it's still going.
You're looking at it.
Yeah, it's going. Here we are 16 years strong on that line, so it's crazy. So that's easily it. If I could only collect one line for the rest of my life, I guess at this point it's probably that one or the G.I. Joe Classified series. Obviously, G.I. Joe, my first love, my baby as a little kid. That's where I really got to collecting. I really love that line. It was the line of the year last year, if you ask me. Just fabulous, fabulous stuff. So that might be up there just to continue that on. But at the same time, not many people have been on a 16-year journey collecting one action figure line. So at the same time there, it's like I kind of want to keep that streak alive with this. And Mattel's making it harder than ever, I can tell you that much. But we'll see. We'll see where that ends up going in the future. But I guess I'm just going to say Mattel for both. Mattel Elite for both of those at this juncture. Angie, do you have an opinion?
You're going to have to cap out at like 20.
20 years?
Yeah.
Because I'll die by then.
Well, it's going to be before. Where are you going to put it?
Well, that's when we start expanding. We've got acres of opportunity. Dare I say fields of opportunity behind our house. It's time to find some friends. I need to find some friends that are some makers, some doers, maybe some movers and some shakers, and get them out there to help me build a big garage or build something. Mm-hmm. Or in a plot twist, I buy a house. Like not like an expensive house like this one, but like one that's like
the fig house.
Yeah, like half, and it's just for action figures. And I could use it as a write-off or something. I could use my office. I could have it as an office / everything. I can get work. It's playing the game. It's moving stuff around. Tom Farther from the Couch told me a lot about this stuff. So that's the plan in the future. We'll see what happens, though. But eventually, I'm going to have to start selling some of this stuff because was I asking for a high five? Slap on my hand is what she said. But I'm going to have to start selling some of this stuff in the future, I think. Because, my recent cancer battle that I've been battling, I've been valiantly. I'm a cancer warrior, as we do know. And hopefully we can put all this to rest come February when they give me the clear bill. We'll see what happens with that. But
Speaking of bill, you still need to pay that.
I know. I still need to pay.
You need to start a GoFundMe.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, like, I'm lucky we have insurance, because without insurance, it was like $6,000 and some dollars for that surgery. But then I have to pay $3,000. What are we doing here? That's a whole rigmarole. But, they don't, I don't know. That's a whole nother story. But I forget where I was going. But anyways, it makes you think like, yeah, I better not burden Angie with all this stuff. So I might have to get rid of some of these things. So we'll see, because you never know when your day is done, You never know. You never know when you're going to punch that clock one last time, be it at your work or be it in life. So, and that day is closer than the other way, I think. Angie says, next question. Let's move on.
Didn't want it to go to sleep.
All right. Well, Angie, it's time for the next question. You got this one in you?
Can people even hear me? T-boy.
You're my T-boy. Yeah. T-boy. We love the T-boy toy cast. We're all about them. Favorites of mine. Good friends of the channel, Angie. If you're not watching the TB Toy Cast, what are you doing? What are you doing? All right.
Well, in my defense, look, if you took the T out, it'd be T-boy.
Okay. This one over here.
TB Toy Cast. We see.
Oh, we're having a meltdown. She's pretty in pink, though, today.
Oh, my God. We have seen a few lines hit the so hard to say goodbye era of your collection. Have any lines almost made that list but didn't?
No. I mean, there's always, like, I guess I always have something on the bubble. What's on the bubble? There's always something no matter what you collect, there's always something you absolutely love, and anything you have, you rank them. And I love this bottom thing, but it's still the bottom. And it's like, it's like our kids, I enjoy Elle and Emma, but there's one on the bottom. There's one you like a little bit less, it's just Sophie's choice at home.
Depending on the day.
Depending on the day. But yeah, there is a few, and I guess if it would be things like the one that almost made it, I almost got rid of Jada Toy Street Fighter, about 4 or 5 figures ago or something. I said, do I really need Street Fighter? I almost got rid of it, but then I think Blanca was coming. I said, I'm going to stick with it. So I'm sticking with it. It's not a very hard collection, but stuff like that, some of the Power Ranger stuff, sometimes I look at it and say, Transformers will forever be on the bubble for me. They break my heart all the time. They got different sizes and scales and re-releases. It drives me nuts. So Transformers always on the bubble, and I'm restarting Transformer collection. What am I doing for like the 6th time in my life? What are we doing? But
forget about it.
Some of that kind of stuff, I don't know. I've been probably more than anybody in the universe. Maybe the galaxy, you're right, Todd McFarlane. I'm almost a completionist on retro figures for retro wrestling. From all these different companies, I have about every single figure. There's just a couple I'm missing. And I'm kind of thinking to myself, I don't need to be a completionist on all these. There's only so much room. I don't think I need to get all of these. So I think that's one of the ones that it's not necessarily so hard to say goodbye, but it's so hard to, I'm not going to buy every single one anymore.
So hard to complete.
Maybe it is. It's just, I don't know. There's only so much money. And when you got these cancer bills mounting up on you and you're buying vehicles for kids that are going to be 16, you have to buy yourself a new vehicle. You got, let me tell you, she cost me a lot of money every single day, but you're worth every penny. Every penny, Angie. She is. That's for sure. But, nothing's getting cheaper anymore. The mortgages and tax. I just had to pay our house payment, for January. I don't know if you're familiar with this. We do pay a payment. I do pay it every single month. And it went up. It went up. And it's like we bought this house like 11, 12 years ago. We pay $600 more a month than we did way back then because of taxes going up. Just like crazy. It's ridiculous. What are they trying to do? They think we're made of money.
Escrow.
And I've talked about this in the weekly purchases before. I'm thinking about running for mayor. If anybody could run for mayor, it's going to be me. I have the squeakiest, cleanest record of all time. Of all time. I don't have anything in my past. I have nothing.
But then they'd look into mine.
Oh, and that's where it gets sketchy. You say, Angie, wait a minute. She's got this OnlyFans channel. She's got her shoe show that she goes to on the weekends where she makes some extra cash. And she's not paying taxes on that cash. You're squeaky clean, too. You're fine. You're fine as far as that stuff goes. But I think I can make a difference. I think I might have to get my hair cut, but I think almost there could be a wind of change. I could be like a young Ventura. They're like, this is what we need. We need a guy that's he's not part of any political. He's part of the Jesse Ventura party, if anything. And I guess I'm not even part of his party. Is he the Green Party? What is he? Independent? I don't even know what he is, but I'm in part of no party except having a fun party, or maybe the Powertown party. Maybe I'm at that. They're doing Friday fun days over there at Powertown now. You'll have to watch the video. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing yesterday in Toy News of the Week. But I'm just a guy that likes to party. That's what I like to do.
You really?
I like to party and pull your hair too. But
do you really?
I don't know. But long story short, I'm running for mayor. I don't know if it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be this year. I think it's 2028, but I'm thinking maybe 2030. 2030, I think that's the time. I'm hoping I can just take a step back from my day job, run for mayor, maybe sack some groceries for some part-time scratch, and carry on my wayward son like a young Kansas. So there it is. But I think I answered the question, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Sure.
So there it is. That is the question of the week. If you want more nonsense like this, check out the Kyle Peterson Show with Angie, the vivacious. Occasionally buxom Angie over there. Get some heat for that every once in a while, Angie. People just like don't like it. I don't know what's up with them.
When I'm too buxom?
$2. They're like, this is too much. It's too much. Well, yeah, it's not enough. A little ain't enough, like a young David Lee Roth. But all kinds of stuff being broken down and covered and you name it over there on the podcast. So more of that over there with, of course, Angie each and every Tuesday, wherever podcasts are found. So that's question of the week. Send your questions in the comments. But Angie, it's time for the weekly purchases. All right, time for round one of weekly purchases. Looking like 2 rounds this week. Not the busiest week, but that's okay. Unless we play catch up on some of these prior weeks. A lot of content on Patreon, and I got a very busy week in front of me. So we'll see where it all ends up going. But let's start it off with round number 1, and let's go to Todd from the couch. Last week, it was McFarlane Overload. That continues on to this week, as I did get the Cosmic Boy regular edition through the door this week, so got to get that one. Also got Black Hawk regular edition. Now, last week got the Platinums, this week the regular versions, so we'll unbox those on the channel. Very excited to just go to jaystoysandgames.com, of course. Used code Kyle, save myself 15%. Just picked up Platinum Zatanna. She should be going up online, and Big Bad Toy Store, they're charging $50. I think Jay's is charging $37.99 plus 15% off. Got to get a deal out there. We already unboxed the regular edition. I can't wait. Whenever there's a chimpanzee in a suit, that is an immediate unboxing. Could not wait for that one. Got that one through the door as well. Also, found a double dose of Flash, old school and new school. I don't know if it's that case, but I did get both Page Puncher Flash figures this week. Check out my toy hunt every single Friday on the channel. Check those out. The hits continue. I did get the Elongated Man, and that's what we call Todd McFarlane around the old office, around the old water cooler. Got the Platinum edition of that one here. So that'll go with the regular edition one I got last week. We will unbox these on the channel. Probably Kyle Peterson 2.0. Make sure you subscribe to that second channel. A lot going on over there every single day. Also, while I was over there at Jay's today, I did pick this one up. It's Despara. Already unboxed her on the channel along with Keldor and Dragstar. I'm getting my lines mixed up. Dragstar. Unboxed this week on the channel, but I had to get a second one because it is a 2-in-1 figure. So I did grab another one of these this week over there. Also, at my local Target, grabbed Shredder here. I had the 4 turtles. I said I wasn't going to grab Shredder, and then what happens? You see Shredder, you pick up Shredder. I guess that's the way it ends up going. So we got that through the door this week. And last but certainly not least for this round, it is, of course, one of my all-time favorites. It's Jesse, the Body, the Ventura. Got him through the door this week. This is Governor version of Jesse Ventura. You got the Army version, right? Army version. I don't want to offend him. Navy SEAL version. I got the football coach one. Now I just need the fringe jacket one, and I'll be complete on my Venturas. Talk about a long game on those. But I did pick that one up this week as well. But that is round number 1. Bring on round number 2. All right, time for round number 2, and I got to start with a little thank you. As good friend of the channel, John Thurman, found something. He heard me mention that I was looking for this one. He came across it, fairly hard to find right now, and he said, hey, I'll send it to you cost plus shipping. I said, sold. It is, of course, Basic Main Event Series 160, Kalani Jordan. Nobody does it like Lonnie, is what I've been told. Kalani Jordan through the door. Very happy to have that one in the collection. Also got my Latuni order, a little Everest Macho Man Randy Savage. Now, this unboxing has been up for Patreon. It will eventually be on regular YouTube, but I did get this Macho Man through the door this week. So check out that review when the time does come. Also unboxed some WrestleFeds, and I gotta say, these really blew me and a lot of people away this week. You never know what to expect when you get these retro wrestling companies. They're all different styles. That's kind of the fun thing about it. They're all so different, but the WrestleFeds, pretty darn cool. 3 versions of the British Bulldog this week. We unboxed all 3 in one video. Check it out, and man, it's very telling at the end of that video. I do a post or a picture in that video of all the retro plus the classic Hasbro British Bulldog figures. It is wild how many we've had, and that tells you what's going on in the retro wrestling figure community right now. So check out that video if you did miss that along the way. And speaking of retro wrestling, how about old Brian Adams Crush ×2? Pick these up over there at Figure Collection. Use code Kyle, save yourself 10% at Figure Collection as well. But Brian Adams through the door here. We'll unbox those on the channel, so stay tuned for that. How about a little bit more McFarlane through the door this week? I did pick up a little long game action. Somebody asked me the other day, what does the long game mean? Well, it means just laying in wait, waiting for a sale, waiting for a deal, maybe a coupon, whatever it may be. Sometimes you play that long game, you miss out, but more times than not, you'll be able to get a deal in the future if you can be patient enough. And then I always say, if you missed out on something, guess what? You save so much money on the back end, it's okay to pay up for one figure if you paid down on 100, whatever it may be. But choose your own adventure, of course. But grab both these on Amazon. I didn't have them in the collection. It is Batman. What is this technically? It is, I don't know. It doesn't really say. Movie poster? Oh, is this like a Spanish movie poster or something like that? I think that's what this one was. So I got that one. I think it was $12 on Amazon, and this one was $12.99, the Bookworm on Amazon. So I did grab those. So if you're after those, head over to Amazon for that. Also played the long game a little bit. Not super long game, but I got this on eBay below retail, so I felt like that was a win. It is Chitara. Once again, doubling up on some of these Thundercats here. So I got Chitara through the door there. And then I already unboxed this as well this week. It is the King. It is Haku. Big rubber guys. That through the door this week. A lot of big rubber guys as of late on the channel. Check out those unboxings. And then we head over to Grapplers and Gimmicks for a new line that I have never unboxed, but I got to say I'm interested. You guys know I love a good horror movie, and we got some horror figures here. Return of the Living Dead Part 2. Of course, Hastel Toys Heroes and Horrors line from the mind that brought you Regime, the mind that brought you the Grapplers and Gimmicks, now brings you Heroes and Horrors through the door. And I guess I should grab both these in order here. Is Return of the Living Dead Part 1 and Part 2. So we got those in retro style form. Got to say, looking very good quality-wise, packaging-wise, a slam dunk. And then we got a double dose of Tom Savini, makeup artist to the stars, actor as well. We'll never forget his work in Maniac Cop. Oh, all-timer, of course. Got two figures of him here from Dusk Till Dawn, I believe, the Quentin Tarantino movie. Been like decades since I've seen that movie, but I should check it out. But we got Tom Savini ×2. We got both of these, so it'll be interesting to dive into this line here. I love good horror figures. Maybe a deep cut, I don't know. Return of the Living Dead. Do you guys know about that movie? It's an all-time classic, one of my absolute favorite horror movies, but it does fly under the radar. It's not Halloween, it's not Jason, but I really like the looks of these, and we will unbox these on the channel. Stay tuned for that. And last, but certainly not least, I got this in the mail. Just no notes, no nothing at all with it, but I said, okay, I got this, and I believe this came from Fans Hobby. I'm going to have to look into it a little bit more, but I will review this, and I will get all the links there. But it is a little G.I. Joe Unithunder. I guess it'll work with G.I. Joe vehicles here. Looks like a familiar vehicle, possibly if you stare at it, but we unboxed one of these, of course, not too long ago, so check out that video. But now we got a new one here, and we're going to represent Cobra this time, so we'll see what happens with that. But very happy to get that through the door, so got to do some research. They just sent it to me. No, that's always nice. I always love getting some stuff, but want to know a little bit more info. Where can we purchase? Where can we go? And we'll find out for the review. So there it is, though. That is weekly purchases this week. Enough stuff to keep me busy, no doubt about it. But what did you pick up this week? Anything good cross your desk? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bells. We got 2 video channels, 2 YouTube channels. Make sure you subscribe to both those along the way. Make sure you put your question for the question of the week in the comments down below. Check out Patreon for even more content, giveaways, all kinds of stuff over there. And your best way to support the channel, YouTube channel memberships as well. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and The Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com, which is also the name of the podcast. My wife, Angie, and I, every Tuesday, wherever podcasts are found, with video cast on YouTube. So for another week of weekly purchases, you know what I'm doing. I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling my way into another work week.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
But then the boys said, listen, that I'm not a friend. Tonight I show you